morning, fellow entrepreneurs. Let me begin by congratulating the organizers of the Women's School of Business and Leadership with all their partners, Blackboard Energy Authorities, the International Council of Small Businesses, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, who have put this masterclass together in commemoration of the United Nations World MSME Day. I also congratulate every faculty member, every mentor, and every one of you, the entrepreneurs, the executives, the retirees who are beginning again, the young people who are just starting out, and especially the women who have decided that they too will build something for themselves in the energy, oil, and gas industry. I had truly hoped to stand before you in person today and to welcome you to our facilities myself. However, my schedule did not permit it. But when the organizers told me that what we wanted most was not only a tour of facilities, tanks, and pumps, but a story. The story of how a business begins small and grows. I said, that story I can tell you from anywhere. So consider this my open door to you. They asked me to speak on a simple question. What does it take to start, to scale, and to succeed as an MSME in energy, oil, and gas? I will answer it the only honest way I know how, by telling you what happened to us. Not the polished fashion, the real one, because Bovas did not fall from the sky. Bovas was once exactly where you are sitting here today, small, unknown, underfunded, and surrendered by people who did not believe. So listen attentively. For the next few minutes, for what I am about to share with you is a summary of many long years and many experiences. I implore you to take notes like it is an examination preparation, because you're about to enter the exam of life when you begin as an entrepreneur. People look at Bovas today and they say our people, the sources, the accolades, the facilities, and many more. And they did not see where and how it all began. I was not born into privilege. At the age of 6, I was sent out of my parents' home to go and live with my stepbrother. I served in that house. Nobody looking at that little girl, a househelp, who would have believed she could one day become a businesswoman of any kind, let alone build a company in energy, oil and gas. But even then, something in me refused to accept that verdict. I remember telling myself one day, I too will have people working for me. Hold on to that, please, because many of you are carrying a background that the world has used to write you off. Your background is not your barrier, it is your training ground. Everything I later needed, discipline, endurance, humility, the ability to serve others, I first learned in the circumstances I did not choose. I got my education at Bishop Damascus, and I was raised in a Christian home where the fear of God was not negotiable. I will tell you plainly, without God, there's nothing I could have done. My faith has been my anchor through every storm this industry has thrown at me, and it has thrown many. In 1980, my husband, architect Bamidele Olusegun Samson, and I took a step of faith. We registered our company, and I began as a petroleum dealer under Texaco Nigeria PLC. Before this time, I used to sell bulk commodities. From there, we decided to go into the Texaco dealership. I sold all my goods. My husband also brought all his savings, and we combined the little we had to start the business. Even though it was not enough, we have decided to begin with what we have because we had the opportunity to become a dealer at a petrol station at that time. There were not many people operating petrol stations, but since we had decided to go into the business, we put everything into it. So when we talk about starting small, it means there was no investor. Nobody was ready to invest in us or give us any money to start. So we became our own investors. As an entrepreneur, learn to invest in yourself and your business first and always, either financially or otherwise. As a woman in this industry in the 1980s, I met buyers at every door. People who assumed a woman could not manage petrol stations, could not manage drivers, and such had instead of investors was grace of God and hard work and discipline. We cut out every expense, some necessary and unnecessary in our life. I always tell people, in those years, there was no money for ashwebi and ceremonies. Every kobo the business made went back into the business because a lot of times there was no profit, only living from one transaction to another. That is one of the ways you grow as an entrepreneur without an investor. You become your own investor. Another thing we did was the way we handled our customers. As a Texaco dealer, I serve my customers as if each one was royalty, because they are. Customers are kings and queens. In 1990, that work spoke for itself. I became the first Nigerian in Africa ever to win the Texaco Latin America and West Africa Award for Best Overall Dealer, the highest sales across 2 continents regions combined. It was a testament of the grace of God and the hard work we had put in. And so, a girl who was once a househelp now stood as the first across Latin America and West Africa, and it shows that you too can achieve greatness no matter how small you start or how little you have. After winning the Texaco Lawa Award in 1990, we decided to start our own petrol station under our own company. And the following year, 1991, we opened the very first Bovas service station in Osogbo, Osun State. Why did we choose Osogbo? That was where we could afford to start that had customers. That is where everything you see today began as an entrepreneur. Start from where you are, start from what you have, start from how you are, but never remain there. Always keep growing. We choose as the name of our company a combination of our initials: Bamidele Olusegun, Victoria Adola, Samson, Bovas. I said this to teach you something. The right companion in life is a business decision as much as a personal one. My husband and I built this together. His name and mine are fused into every signboard you see. Choose for your partners those who align with your visions, your aspirations, and your principles, either in business, in marriage, or any other thing. As you will begin to need to do things with others, ensure you choose right, because that will be the difference between success and failure a lot of times. Starting at Osogbo meant splitting my time between Ibadan and Osogbo. It meant many long road trips in the day and in the night, It also meant I had to manage my time effectively. I had to manage time where between my family, my business, and my faith. So there was no time for distractions. You were either part of those contributing to my success or you are not. Time management is critical for every entrepreneur. You must understand how to do necessary things at the right time and how to say no to unnecessary things in your life. After Osogbo station, we began to grow the Bovas stations in Ibadan. The next was Labo, then Akana. All of these stations were gotten from the point of what we could afford and what will give us customers. When you don't have capital investors, scaling up your business does not mean anything dramatic. It is just growing one step at a time. It also means understanding the chain of business and connecting each link properly. Every business has a chain. In our industry, we began as dealers, selling another company's products under their brand. We mastered that link completely before we moved. Then we became independent marketers. With our own stations and our own brand, we mastered that. Then we asked, what do our customers need next? They were buying fuel from us, but they were also cooking at home. So in 1995, we added a liquefied petroleum gas plant to serve domestic gas customers. Later, we asked again, their vehicles need lubricants. Why should we buy from others what we can blend ourselves? So, we went backward in the chain and built our own lubricant plant. Today, we have a blending capacity of about 40 million liters a year, which is arguably one of the largest indigenous plants in Nigeria. Do you see the pattern? At every stage, we did three things. We mastered the current need. We listened to what customers were already asking us for, and we reinvested our profits into the next link instead of eating them. That is the whole secret. It is not more complicated than that, but it demands patience that most people do not have. Let me also tell you how we knew when to expand. Because timing matters. The signal is not your ambition, it is your customers. When customers begin to request your services in new areas, in new towns, in new product lines, that is the market telling you it is time. We open stations where demand called us, not where pride sent us. And we always try to think ahead of our competitors to see where the industry was going and arrive there early. How did we survive against much bigger competitors? When we were still young, I'll be honest with you, we competed on price. We deliberately accepted lower profit margins so that customers would come, taste our service, and say, small margins on high volumes delivered with integrity. We beat fat margins on an empty forecourt every single day. And when scarcity came to this country and others were exploiting customers with inflated pump prices, Bovas sold at the official price. People remember who treated them fairly when times were hard. That reputation cannot be bought with any advertising budget. Behind the stations, we built the backbone. We invested in storage. Our terminals at Apapa in Lagos, with tens of thousands of metric tons of capacity and the ability to load millions of liters of products daily. We built our own haulage fleet. Why? Because in this business, Whoever controls storage and logistics controls reliability, and being reliable is what customers are really paying for. And through all of it, we ran the company on 3 values that have never changed: integrity, service, excellency. Write this down. When we recruit, we even outsource the process so that family pressure and connections cannot corrupt it. And every new employee is trained thoroughly before they touch our system. Values are not a poster on the wall. They are a system you enforce. So, what does Bovas look like today? From that one station in Osogbo, by the grace of God, we now operate more than 200 service stations across Nigeria. And the group provides livelihoods for over 3,000 Nigerians directly. We are a one-stop energy company. Retail fuels, LPG, with skills in dozens of locations across the country. A full lubricant business with products blended to international standards, bulk storage facilities, haulage and shipping, aviation fuel, where we have invested in a modern jet, A1 facility, and marine and industrial energy solutions. And we have stepped boldly into the future, compressed natural gas. In line with the presidential CNG initiative, Bovas has commissioned CNG stations. We sell CNG conversion kits, and we operate conversion services so that transporters and families can move to a fuel that is cleaner and dramatically cheaper. When government policy opened that door, we did not stand at the door debating. We walked through it. Let there be a lesson. Study the law, anticipate the change in regulation, and position yourself early. Policy shifts are where MSMEs either die or are born. But I want you to understand why all of this matters beyond Bovas. Africa has an energy problem with 2 phases. The first phase is energy poverty. Hundreds of millions of our people across this continent are still without reliable power, still cooking with firewood and charcoal that damage their earth and our forests. The second phase is energy insecurity. Nations that consume energy they cannot reliably supply, such that one disruption anywhere becomes a queue at every filling station. Every part of our business is an answer to those 2 problems. Every LPG cylinder we fill takes a family off firewood, that is, cleaner air in a mother's kitchen and a guide child free from gathering wood. Every CNG conversion costs a transporter's fuel cost and cost emissions at the same time. Every liter of storage capacity we build is a buffer between Nigeria families and the next supply shock. Every station we open in an underserved town means someone no longer travels an hour to buy fuel or gas. This is what I want you to see. Energy poverty in Africa will not be closed by governments alone, and it will not be closed by foreign majors alone. It will be closed by thousands of African MSMEs. People like you, each solving one piece of the chain. Distribution, storage, conversion, safety services, maintenance, logistics, retail. The gap in this market is not a problem. The gap is your business plan. That is also why our sector's local content policies exist, so that indigenous companies can take their rightful place in this value chain. Bovas is a proof that an indigenous company born small, can meet international standards and complete. Now it is your turn to add to that proof. Now, my fellow entrepreneurs, let me gather everything to cancel. If you forget the rest of this address, do not forget this. 1. Do not make profit your only primary motive. I know that sounds strange from a businesswoman, but hear me. A business built only to make money will cut the corners that eventually kill it. Before you start, ask what your business will create, what problem it solves, for whom. Profit is the reward for impact, not a substitute for it. And remember what I always say, money is like liquid. It is not managed. If it is not managed well, it evaporates. 2, know yourself, build yourself, and start small, but with clarity. Success begins with discovering who you are and what your strengths are. Do not enter energy, oil and gas because it sounds rich. Enter the link of the chain that matches your capability today. Start with what you have. 1 station, 1 truck, 1 service contract. Small is not shameful. Small without clarity is what is dangerous. 3, put discipline around money from day 1. Open proper books before you open your doors. Put yourself on a salary. Yes. Even your own company. And let auditors do their work without interference. The day you start dipping your hand into business money for personal spending, you have started wrecking the business. Even if it takes years to show. And from your very first profit, begin reinvesting. That is how we grew without a single investor. 4, treat every customer as a king and a queen. Serve them with humility, even when you are tired, even when they are difficult. In your early years, be willing to take a smaller margin to win their trust. Customers built Bovas, not banks, not connections, not government. Customers will build you too if you serve them. 5, guard your integrity like your capital, because it is. In this industry, you'll be tempted to adulterate products, to under-dispense, to cause safety corners, to inflate invoices. The money from those things are borrowed money. The market always collects it back with interest in the form of your destroyed name. Compliance is not your enemy. Your CAC registration, your NDPRA and regulatory licenses, your HSE standards, your tax records, these are the documents that qualify you for the contracts you are dreaming about. No serious IOC or major buyer will touch a company without them. 6, study the environment and adapt ahead of it. Laws change. Subsidies come and go. The regulation reshapes margins overnight. Security challenges affect where and when you can operate. The entrepreneur who survives is the one who studies the law, anticipates the change, and adjusts strategy early. The way we move early into LPG, into lubricants, and now into CNG, and if a business fails, do not be afraid to pivot. Change is constant. Rigidity is what kills. 7, to my daughters especially, this industry is not too male for you. I built this company in decades when a woman in petroleum was treated as an intruder. Men may try to exploit the fact that you are a woman, to intimidate you, to override you, to assume you can be pushed aside. Be focused, be firm, be disciplined. Know what you want and stand your ground without losing your humility or your femininity. Yes, you'll be balancing family and business, your children, your husband, your enterprise, all calling at once. It requires intentional planning, and it is not easy, but I stand before you as evidence that it is possible, and that gender is not a barrier. It is only an excuse other people over you. Revisit. 8. Build people, not just profit. Train your staff thoroughly. Keep recruitment honest, even if you must outsource it to keep sentiment out. Pay attention to your community. Through the Bovas Foundation, we have supported hospitals, education, and families in need, because a business that takes from society without giving back has no rules. I mentor those coming behind you, as I am trying to do today. Let patience and discipline do its slow, powerful work. It took us 11 years from dealership to funding to our first session. It took decades to become what you see now. Problems will always arise. Do not then bury the idea. Take one step at a time. Ensure each step creates impact, and let compact growth do what noise and shortcomings never can. 10. Anchor everything in God and in character. Skill will open doors for you, but only character will keep you in the room. Humility, consistency, and passion can reshape even an unconducive environment in your favor. I have seen it happen in my own life, and for me, faith has been the foundation under it all. As I close, let me tell you what I see when I look at this masterclass. I do not see 50 participants. I see over 50 companies that do not exist yet. Future marketers, LPG distributors, CNG converters, lubricant retailers, logistics operators, safety consultants, engineers, and service providers. I see the people who will employ the next thousands of Nigerians. I see the women who will make it normal, completely normal, for a woman to run an energy company on this continent. Somewhere in this hall is sitting somebody the world has written off, the way it once wrote off a 6-year-old house girl. My dear one, the world is about to be wrong again. You have spent these days learning strategy, licensing, finance, bidding, and standards. Those are the tools. But tools do not build a business. Character builds a business. Take the tools this master class has given you. Add integrity, service, and excellency. Add discipline with money. Add patience, and then start. Do not wait for the perfect capital, the perfect connection, or the perfect economy. We started in 1980 with nothing but discipline and each other. Start where you are, with what you have, and grow one link of the chain at a time. Bovas doors are open to this next generation. We offer internships to raise young entrepreneurs and leaders. We work with vendors and distributors across our network, and I have asked our team to receive you warmly and show you how a Nigeria company that started as an MSME runs today. Our standards, our systems, and our discipline. Ask them your hardest questions. Look closely. Everything you will see today began as an idea in the hands of two people who refused to give up. Thank you to the Women's School of Business and Leadership and all the partners for the honor of speaking into your lives today. and congratulations on commemorating UN World MSME Day in such a meaningful way. To every one of you, I pray that the God who took a little girl from a step-brother's house to the edge of an energy group will take your small beginning and make of it something that outlives you. Go and build. Build with integrity, build with service, build with excellency, and one day, not far from now, come back and tell us your own Bovas story. God bless you all. God bless your business. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria and our dear continent, Africa.